Hello! Welcome back to another video of my 12 days of Christmas. And tonight I thought we'd do something very cozy, very in the spirit of the holiday. I'm going to wrap some presents and show you some things that I got for people and do a little Q&A. Maybe you want to throw this on while you wrap presents with me last minute, right before the big day. Some of the things I got might be available on Amazon, but you probably don't have time to order them. I don't know. I would have liked to be more prepared and have this video done for you sooner, but that is life. That is mom life. Canyon is down for bed. I actually just had to go in there because he woke up after 45 minutes, so I've been trying to start this video for like an hour. But I'm going to sip my tea and wrap presents and do some of the most asked questions. I am going to answer the most asked question that I have been avoiding for years. I did pull that one, but I'm gonna make you wait for it. So let's get into it. Let's get cozy, get your wrapping paper out, and let's wrap some presents together. Firstly, I will show you guys what I'm getting for Brian. I didn't get him like a giant gift this year, but I got him a few small to medium gifts that I know he'd really like. So he takes a lot of baths. So I got him these Ancient Minerals magnesium bath salts that are supposed to be more potent than Epsom salts. He's obsessed with Epsom salts. I found these on Amazon and I really hope he likes them. They really are supposed to help you like relax your body because you absorb the magnesium. And then to go along with the bathing, I got him a rose. I actually got him this though because he started taking a lot of ice baths, and when he gets out of the bath, I'm kind of talking quiet because he is home. I don't want him to hear. I told him though to put on music and not come downstairs. Anyways, when he gets out of his ice baths, he's so cold he can't warm up and he'll get into the bed, but he's still wet. I'm like, what are you doing? And sometimes he borrows my robe, so I got him his own for his ice baths, but it kind of goes along with the magnesium crystals. And then I got him, this is to go on the nightstand. So this is a charger that you can throw your phone or your AirPods on and it will wirelessly charge it because his phone is always dying. It actually is kind of old and the charger doesn't fit well. So I'm hoping it will charge his phone without him having to plug it in. And his AirPod case, he can just throw it on there. He has so many cords and stuff going on over there. It's just a mess. So I thought he would enjoy this. So I'm gonna start with wrapping. So let's get into the first question, the first spicy question that y'all have been asking. And people are wondering if Brian and I are getting married, why aren't we married yet? All of those juicy questions. So yes, that's definitely in the plans for us. I think that we got a little derailed on our timeline because of having a baby and not expecting it, and some people might think that would have accelerated the process, but I honestly think that it kind of postponed because it's just a lot going on, you know? And we had already talked about like planning on getting married eventually. Before we ever got pregnant, we knew we want to be together. We're very committed. But when the pregnancy happened, it was like, that's all we could think about, just processing that. And yeah, so everything else has just kind of been on the back burner, but I do see that for us probably in the next couple of years. I wanted that definitely to be its own chapter, but I mean, some people do get engaged like when they're pregnant. I just think it was a lot for us to process, and we honestly weren't even thinking about it at the time. So not a lot of tea for that question, honestly. I think it's gonna be coming. We're not in a huge rush though. Side note, wrapping presents on camera is a lot more terrifying than I thought it was going to be. All right, so I got Brian a couple more things. Wait, I already forgot what I got him. Okay, I do know I got him this. This is a jacket. He's been wanting a very lightweight jacket. This is almost like a windbreaker. He gets overheated very easily, so he never wants to bring a jacket with him because all of them are too thick. So this one is a very thin material. I actually really like the material. I don't even know how to describe it. It's not too plastic windbreakery. There's definitely more softness to it, but very thin, very lightweight. I think he's really gonna like it. And then I thought that's all I got him, but apparently, what is this? Oh. I have another shirt. He really only likes one specific kind of shirt, but they don't make it anymore. So I keep trying to get him like other types of shirts to find a different alternative. We'll see if he likes this material. He's kind of picky. He's very picky, actually. And then I got him one more shirt from a different store. This one's from Abercrombie. Very plain, just soft material. Hopefully he likes the fit. He likes when the torso's longer, but then the sleeves are not too long. It's very interesting. I don't really understand it. It's more of like a athletic fit. I don't know. And then I got him some AirPods with a cord because at nighttime he likes to listen to things while he falls asleep on his phone, and I just hate when he wears the AirPods because it freaks me out about, I don't know, the brain damage. I mean, this isn't a lot better for you, but better than AirPods probably. So next question, what was the hardest part of motherhood so far and what was the best part? Well, there's a lot of ups and downs. Overall, I've really enjoyed the motherhood journey. It's been my favorite phase of life for sure. But I will say that the first like 3-4 months are the hardest. We had a lot of challenges in the beginning that maybe not everybody has, I think. So I got mastitis within like 10 days of giving birth because of his tongue tie. He had a very severe tongue tie, like the worst grade tongue tie you can have. So he couldn't nurse properly, and I think that also made him very hungry all the time. So he was a really bad sleeper. So he woke up like every 1 to 2 hours, like for months. Like maybe we'd get a 3-hour stretch, but it was really rough. I got severe sleep deprivation. I had like an eye twitch that would not go away. I think I had an eye twitch for like 5 months or something. I think it started in February and it lasted into the summer. It was crazy. But then the second I started getting like 7 hours of sleep, then it went away. So I knew it was literally just from sleep deprivation. And I think it was nutrient deficiency too, because I stopped breastfeeding around 5.5 months postpartum, and I still had it for a little bit, but I think after my nutrients started to like level out again, that also helped. So that was the hardest part, just the typical like postpartum sleep deprivation stuff. And then the best part I think has been in the last few months with Canyon interacting with me more. It's just like so heartwarming. All the little games that he likes to play with us, and you think that you're gonna be sad when one phase ends, which you kind of are, but the next phase is even better, and the next phase is even better, and it's so cheesy, but everybody says it just gets better and better. I try not to get too stuck in the like being sad about him growing up so fast. It's easy to do that, and it's easy also to be negative about the future, like, oh, they're gonna be harder, it's gonna be just wait till this, just wait till that. But there's so many positives that come with it. So I would say that one of the best parts of motherhood is how I see the world, and how I view my priorities in my life in a whole different way. I'm so much more focused on what's most important now, and I think that I find a lot more joy in the mundane parts of life than I used to. So it's really helped me to kind of just settle down, and I like it. I like this new version of myself. I think it's a much healthier, better version of myself. Does everybody use these little stickers, or do you guys just like write on the presents? I just love the little stickers. I think it's such a nice touch. And then the last thing I got him, well, actually, not the last thing, but I got him these. This is to hold golf balls, and you can put it on the side of your bag and like fill it up with balls so they're easy to grab. I also ordered him custom golf balls, but they're not here yet. They're gonna come literally right before Christmas, so like the day before. So those will be added to his presents, but I cannot show you them. I'm just gonna tie a ribbon around this and put it in his stocking, I think. So for Canyon, I didn't really get him a ton because he's only one and he has no idea what's going on. We just got him a bunch of things for his birthday, which, yes, I'm so sorry, Canyon, your first birthday, we're already lumping together Christmas and your birthday. I promise we will not do it in the future. But, you know, he just got a little convertible like scooter. He just got a plaything for the backyard. He got so many books, so many toys from family and friends. We're actually spending Christmas with my mom, so I know grandma is gonna get him a lot of toys. I just got him a few things that he needs so he can open something on Christmas, but I don't even think he's really gonna be able to participate that much at this age. I got him a toddler robe. I guess I'll just take it out of here so you can see. He doesn't care. I kind of want to look at it too. Has little ears. The material is extremely soft. This is kind of a bamboo material. It's really nice. Because sometimes he looks cold when he gets out of the bath, so he'll be able to use this for a really long time. I think it's so adorable. And then him and Brian can be matching with their little robes. It'll be so cute. And then I'm gonna put a toothbrush in his stocking. Honestly, are you even a mom if you don't put a toothbrush in the stocking? I think it's just a rule that you instantly have to do. And I got him some more toys for the bath. These are just little rattly balls that he can put in the bathtub. So next, presents I got from my mom. She's really trying to focus on her health this coming year. So I got her this Juve. So this is an alternative to juicing. So basically you put fruits and vegetables in a blender and then you pour it in here, and it's kind of like a French press, and it presses out all of the pulp and everything, and then you can strain out your juice and you can throw the whole thing in the dishwasher, so it's way easier to clean than an actual juicer. I got one for myself too. I'm really excited to try it. And then I got her some walking shoes. So I got her these New Balances. They're very cute. They're just a light gray. They're very light. New Balance are my favorite shoes. So hopefully this gets her excited about walking and moving her body this year. So I ordered all the grandparents this custom oven mitt that has little cutouts of Canyon's face all over it. It is so hilarious and cute. I'll put a photo up on the screen of the oven mitts that I got, but unfortunately they have not come yet. They're taking so long to come. I don't even know if they're gonna come before Christmas. I'm really bummed about it. I'll have to ship it to my mom and the other grandparents after they get here, but that is something I also got for her. All right, so let's wrap these. Okay, I'm gonna answer the next question. What made you want to be an influencer? Influencer. I don't love that word anymore. It has such a negative connotation. Honestly, originally I wanted to be a blogger. I was inspired a lot by like Savon and like Krista Horton. She was like a mommy matching outfit. She's still very popular. Those were some of like the big ones that I followed back in the day that I thought were just so cool, and I like their style and then their personalities. They're very different. Those two are very different people, but I think it was my friend McKenna in college. She kind of got me inspired to do it. I mean, she was thinking about doing it, and we always loved taking pictures and we always loved making videos. So her and I started making silly YouTube videos in college, actually. Those are super embarrassing. We just wanted to be really goofy, off the wall, really cringy. Like, we were cringy on purpose, and we had so much fun doing it. I think this honestly goes all the way back to when I was a kid. All I wanted to do was make like performances and record them. I was trying to upload stuff onto YouTube when YouTube was brand new. Like, I was like 9. I don't know exactly, but I don't know how old I was, but I was always trying to create videos and like take a million photos on the, you know, Mac, what is it called, the photo booth back in the day. And anytime my friends would come over, we would just try to like record something on my little Razor flip phone, you know, just performances all the time. So that always came naturally to me. I always wanted to take pictures and videos and create. So I think this has kind of always been a part of me, more on the content creation side and the performing side. I do come from a family of actors, and my dad was in commercials. My mom did modeling and commercials as a kid. My uncle, if you guys know, was Paul Walker. He was in movies. And so, yeah, I've always been surrounded by acting and performing. And so, yeah, I think it's always been a part of me, and the fact that now in this day and age that can be a career, it's so amazing, and hopefully it'll be my full-time career one day. But I also love my other career right now, which is being an esthetician at a med spa. So I am both, and it's more The influencer stuff started out as more of a creative hobby, and most of the time I'm still just doing it because I enjoy it. It's not really a huge profitable thing for me. I think I put in way more time and energy than is monetarily worth it. I just mostly do it for fun, but maybe one day it'll all kind of add up to something. And I really do love inspiring or helping other people out, because sometimes I'll see a tip from an influencer that is they think maybe it's so mundane, but I love hearing it from them. And sometimes I'll post something that I think is really simple and I'll get a lot of like, oh my gosh, thank you for sharing this. And it's cool that we can share information in this way, where like even parenting stuff, whereas before no one knew if, you pretty much only knew what was going on in your immediate circle before. You only knew the styles of your parents and their parents and your traditions, and now you get to see so much of other people's lives. And I think that there's a lot of positive aspects of that, because you get new ideas and you romanticize your life and you can try to be better, and you can, I don't know, you can see a different style of things. So I like the social media world. There's always negatives with everything, but I like creating and I like sharing and oversharing sometimes. Yeah, I don't think there was a day where I decided I'm going to be an influencer. That was not a thing. It was like, oh, I want to take cute pictures and outfits. Oh, I'm going to post them. Oh, that would be cool to be a blogger one day, but I always kind of felt like an imposter. So I think every single step of the way has just been following my interests. And I don't know when it kind of switched into kind of a business thing. I think maybe it was like not that long ago. I mean, I got collabs here and there over the years, but it was never consistent. Maybe only like in the last year have I tried to maybe take it more seriously and identified as like an influencer kind of. But yeah, that's kind of my backstory with the content creation. I've come in and out of it as my life has changed. Like there was a time where I was like, oh, I'm gonna be a YouTuber. I think I made my channel in like 2018 and I made a few videos, but the relationship I was in at the time was not very supportive of it, and I was moving around and I was in a dark place, and so I stopped doing it until in the last couple of years when I've been in such a better headspace that I've been able to like put more of my time and energy into it, and I've healed a lot. And so yeah, I've kind of come and go from putting my effort into the social media thing, but I'm really excited about the direction that it's heading in this coming year, and especially with the podcast. I have wanted to start a podcast. I think I started talking about it in 2019, and I really considered it in 2020. I was like literally hovering my finger over the button to purchase microphones, and I don't know why I didn't back then. I just got cold feet, but I had like name picked out, I had episode ideas, I had guests that I wanted to be on, I had it all planned out, and then I just never did it. And I started hanging out with Kendall recently, and I had seen her comment on somebody else's photo on Instagram, because if you follow somebody and they comment something and you look at a post, their comment will show up for you. So it's not something that she thought that I would ever see, but she commented on some girl's post and said, oh, I want to start a podcast all about this topic. And I saw it and I was like, dang, like she wants to start a podcast. That's crazy. I want to start a podcast. And then every single time we got together, our conversations were just flowing and they were amazing. And I'm like, somebody literally needs to be recording us, because we have so much, she's the friend where I can go really, really deep with. I don't always have that connection. It's hard to find that connection with people, So it just kind of came up one day, like, oh my gosh, yeah, we should be recording this, or we have something really like special here. And so she actually had already been planning to start a podcast. I had wanted to start a podcast for the last 4 years, and we finally decided it's better to do it with somebody else for sure. And so we kind of just ran with it. That is the project that I see the most potential in, more than my YouTube, more than my Instagram, because I think there's a lot more meaning to it. And yeah, I'm really excited to see where it goes this year. That's definitely where I'm going to be putting in the most of my energy. So if you're not following the Buff It Out podcast, definitely go check it out, because it's a lot of stuff for moms, but it's also girls in your late 20s, early 30s. Maybe you want to be a mom someday, or maybe you have no interest in that. We talk a lot about families and relationships and boyfriends and marriage, and every month we do one fashion episode where we talk about what's trending, what we think is cool, what we think is not and we kind of have our different opinions on certain fashion trends, but we kind of are starting to pay attention to them just so we can stay cool and stay in the loop and share it with you guys. And that's one of my most fun episodes. We also talk about anything that's trending, social media trends or pop culture things. I honestly am not very savvy with pop culture, but maybe Kendall will help us in that area. So yeah, that's kind of just like our trends episode once a month. And mostly it's just, we have a really good time. We laugh a lot. Kendall's pretty hilarious. So I try to throw in some jokes too, but you'll definitely be laughing if you listen to the podcast. That was a really long question, but that's just a little insight into my life, my professional life. All right, we're gonna wrap one more present. This is for my teenage brother. He needed new clothes, so I got him some stuff from Abercrombie. So this is a men's extra small, but then I got him some kids stuff too. I got him some jeans. These are a straight leg. My mom said he doesn't like skinny. And the boot cut was sold out, but these are just like a straight, so hopefully he likes them. I really like the dark wash. I think it's really cool looking. Hopefully he likes it. You just never know what kids are gonna like these days, you know? And then I got him a sweatshirt. I thought this was a really cool pattern for a teenage boy. Kind of got him a, what size did I get? I got him a bigger size, 17, 18, a little oversized sweatshirt. My mom said he was more like a 15, 16, but sweatshirts are good to like be bigger, you know? All right. I like putting clothes in a box, so it's way easier to wrap. So let's box this up. It is time to answer my number one most asked question for years. Every single time I put up a Q&A box, without fail, I get at least like 3 to 10 of these questions. And I've been avoiding it for years because it's a very sensitive topic for my family and other people involved that I feel uncomfortable sometimes talking about. But at this point, I'm kind of tired of everybody asking me, so I'm just going to like lay it out there. So everybody wants to know if I'm still close with my cousin Meadow. Meadow is my Uncle Paul's daughter, and we are 3 years apart, and we were super close growing up. We spent every summer together. We were like sisters. We were so excited to get together for holidays every year. We had a very, very close bond. We shared everything, but unfortunately, after her father's death, like we really lost that bond. Sometimes death brings people closer together, but I think more often than not, it can be really difficult for families and it can tear some people apart. And I don't really have a good reason for why we're not close. I would love to ask her. It definitely hasn't been, I don't think, on my part, but yeah, I know that she's gone through a lot of horrible, hard times and has kind of kept to herself ever since. And we haven't been in contact now We stayed in contact for a little bit, but we haven't been in contact now for 5 years, maybe more. So yeah, it's really sad, and it is hard when people ask me all the time. So I just wanted to put it out there because it does make me sad, and there's not much to tell other than like, no, we're not really close anymore. And I do miss that sister bond that we had, and it'll always make me really, really sad to think about, because I know that it's not necessarily what her dad would have wanted. And he always asked me, even like a few months before he died, he asked me to always look out for her, because he's like, she's gonna tell you things that she'll never tell me, because you guys are just have that close friendship, and so I'll trust you to give her good advice and always look out for her. And so it has really been hard that I have no idea what's going on in her life. She doesn't come to me for advice or anything, and I can't keep my promise to him, so that's been really hard to live with. But at this point, there's nothing really that I can do about it, you know? So that's the sad, hard truth about that situation. And I love her so much, I always will. But maybe one day we will rekindle when things have healed more, and maybe when we get older. But yeah, unfortunately, we are not in touch. So that is the answer to many of your questions. I know a lot of you follow me and discovered me because of who my uncle is and was. And so wanted to answer that for you guys. Biggest question of the century. But on a happier note, happy holidays. Enjoy the special, precious time with your families and your loved ones, and hope you had a relaxing evening wrapping some presents with me. I still have more presents to wrap, but I'm gonna call it quits for tonight because I am tired. So that's all for this video, guys. I'll see you next time.